Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. Ooh, my hair got all interesting during that time that I need to unmirror this. I don't understand why this is mirrored. This is stupid. This should be my right side and it's on my left and it's not, and I have a problem with that. Anyway, hope everyone's doing all right. I am sorry I'm a teeny bit late. I had the very important business of making a drink. And then, of course, when I made a drink, I needed some kind of snack. So I have popcorn. A thing of popcorn with a ranch flavoring powder shit on it. Ooh, lovely. I'm very much looking forward to getting my haircut tomorrow. It's getting a little long on my tastes. Just a little bit too long for me. I'm going to open this up before I forget. Ooh. Cool. There we go. Tis a lovely drink indeed. What in the fuck is going on with her? Really? Listen, I know I'm gay, but I need you to straighten out a little bit. Okay. Give me a second. I just need to check on these things. Cool. Popcorn was a good choice. I feel like I need that flavoring thing though. Hold on a minute. I'll be right back. Come on. There we go. Oh. This little guy. I'm getting some bursts of flavor, but not nearly as consistent as I thought I wanted, as I thought I got. So we're probably gonna have to reapply as we continue along. Oh. Yep. It's like turning your popcorn into slightly healthier Doritos. Cool Ranch. Ooh. Biggest problem with this is the what's it called? The foam. Oh, that is a delightful drink though. Mai Tais, baby, Mai Tais. All right. So who's ready to play this game? This game. Oh, I don't even know what to say about this. Legend of the Crystal Skull is a time. I don't remember a ton of it, just mostly that it's boring and suffers from similar issues to before. But I will ultimately let all of you judge somewhat for yourselves. I will go in with a somewhat open mind. There's one thing at least I'm definitely looking forward to. So here we go. That should be good now. Perfect. Wonderful. We love it.
Here's my center of operations.
Good. We don't have the walking upstairs thing.
Poke around. If you
I'm gonna just shut her up. We don't need to hear it, Nancy.
Current assignment. What assignment? Bess and I are flying to New Orleans for a long weekend of fabulous music, sightseeing, and food. Okay, so I'm also going to visit Ned's friend, Henry Golay, but only as a favor to Ned. Apparently, Henry's uncle just died, and he had to go down there for a couple of weeks. Ned says Henry's a nice guy, but kind of a loner who might appreciate a little company. So, the first thing I'll do is leave Bess at our hotel in the French Quarter and take a cab out to the mansion where Henry's staying. Ned called him and said I'd be coming. But once that's done, it'll be lazy les bon temps brûlés. The only bad news is the weather's not supposed to be that great this weekend. But what's a little stormy weather when you're in the heart of the Big Easy, right? Right.
She says that with so much confidence. Now, I don't know if we're gonna have a chance to actually talk about the mansion, but this picture over here, right on the right, why is the door on the left of the mansion? That is an Italian style home, an Italian Victorian, and you can even see the big porch, the portico that they've got right here in the front, which is where the door would be. And I'm gonna take further issue because I remember what the inside looks like, which I'm gonna bitch about in a minute. So here we go. Senior, of course. It's best to play this game in a dark room. If it's daytime, draw the shades. If it's nighttime, turn off all the lights. Yeah, see? It doesn't make any sense from the outside. It looks wrong because the door should be in the middle under the portico. Give me a second, hold on. I'm gonna pause it real quick. Let's set the mood properly, you know? Let's set the mood properly. Let's do this. Okay. And yeah. Spooky. Let's see if I can even turn off my lights here. Hold on. Let's see if I can do that without getting up. Or whether I have to actually get up. Just not gonna knock this over. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Spooky. Spooky, spooky. We gotta be spooky. Here we go. Okay. Spooky. Ooh. Is it bright enough that you can actually see me? Kind of. Sort of. See if I can, how much if I change these now? Oh. Oh, I can actually see this now? Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on. Okay. We have full moment here. Give me a sec. This is the first time this is doing this. Oh, it's not whether I'm visible, it's whether you can actually see me or not, you know? Give me a second here, hold on. So I need to turn off this and turn that back on. Okay, that should be fine. Now that I'm back in here, it didn't work. Oh, wow, it really didn't work. What the fuck? Why is that so weirdly shaped? Hold on. Get to sit here and watch me make this happen in the middle of the stream. Why is this so off-centered? In the wrong place? Okay. That should be fine now. Let's close it out again. See, now so this is the first Nancy Drew game, I believe, that is actually able to be done in the native resolution of the monitor. So I am now looking at it. The hand is tiny, and there's nothing I can do about that. They haven't fixed that. Because they didn't really expect 4K screens in, what is this, 2007? 2008? But still, I'll actually be able to read things, because while you guys were seeing the 4:3, the proper ratio for the longest time, I was seeing this stretched out thing that was hard to read. And that's why, especially in those earlier games, it was actually easier for me to look at my own monitor of the stream and read it off the stream than it was to read it off of my own screen. So anyway.
Hello? Anybody here?
All right.
Hi, the door was open.
Hello. Gasp. He disappeared. Woo! Spook. And roofied. It's not the kind of game I thought we were going to play today.
Here, drink this.
What is it?
Something that'll make you feel better. Drink it. Just a couple sips.
Okay.
That's it.
No offense, but yuck.
Don't make her drink any of your weirdo concoctions. Then I really will have to take her to the emergency room.
You just go back to your phone call and leave us be. Don't pay him any mind.
Where am I?
You're at Henry Bolet's house, dear, in the library. He and I carried you in here after I found you unconscious in the foyer.
Why is it so dark in here?
The electricity went out. Lightning must have struck a transformer somewhere. What happened? Can you remember?
Well, the front door was open, so I walked in, and then I saw this... Well, I saw a skeleton. And then he saw me. And then the light started flickering, and he threw something at me that exploded. Well, the smoke must have made me pass out.
You saw a skeleton?
I'm sure it was just someone, wearing a costume or something. I'm Nancy Drew, by the way. I came to see Henry.
So we surmised. I'm Renee Amand. I'm Bruno Bolet's housekeeper. That is, I was. This skeleton that attacked you, perhaps we should call the police.
No emergency room, no police. Things are complicated enough as it is.
Henry's feeling a mite overwhelmed. Well, you are looking much better, so I'm gonna get back to my plant potting. You need anything? I'll be outside in the garden.
I should call them and keep them on hold for 5 hours and see how they like it.
Oh, sounds like things are starting out well. Ooh, teeth. Lots of teeth. What is that? Bet on teeth, remember? Well, here we are. Lots and lots of teeth.
So, Nancy, nice to meet you. Ned sent you here to check up on me, huh?
So he's a goth.
He's kind of worried about you, that's all.
Ned's a nice guy. I mean, I really don't know him that well, just from school. But when I mentioned that my only living relative just died, he was all like, "Yeah? How you feeling, man? You doing okay? Wanna talk?" Of course, I guess I do come across as a little needy sometimes.
Needy?
Were you very close to your uncle?
Great uncle Bruno, and no, I wasn't. My parents died in a car crash when I was 8. Since I had no other relatives, he took me in, or should I say he shipped me out. Boarding school, summer camp, military school, college. He may have looked after me, but he never spent any time with me. I didn't know him at all.
What are you doing, if you don't mind my asking?
Great Uncle Bruno named me executor of his estate, which means I have to make sure all his bills are paid and debts taken care of so his assets can be distributed. Unfortunately, he couldn't have cared less about little things like keeping records or balancing checkbooks. Dealing with his creditors and their lawyers has been an absolute nightmare. So, thanks for stopping by, Nancy. And now you can report back to Ned that I'm fine and go enjoy New Orleans.
No, I can't. Not until I know who that skeleton man was and what he was doing here and why he knocked me out like that. Look, I can understand you're not wanting to call the police, but somebody should investigate.
Someone.
Playing detective is kind of a hobby with me.
Just a hobby.
But are You sure you didn't just pass out from the heat and humidity or something and dream that you saw the skeleton dude?
I'm positive.
Okay, look around all you want. But I should probably warn you, Uncle Bruno was into exotic pets. Didn't believe in cages, so he gave him the run of the place. And just because he's dead doesn't mean they are. So if you're
Fair enough.
looking around, be careful.
Sounds so ominous. Be careful. He does look a little bit like Edward Scissorhands, you're not wrong. Ah, Finding Fish by Bill Kessler. Lol. Private library with its own card catalog. Ooh. Hi. Well, okay. Lots of miniature model first place things. So we got lots of models. Bootleg version, that's fair. Bootleg. Bootleg Edward Scissorhands. Ooh, lovely.
Nancy, welcome to my little lantern-lit corner of the world.
Looks like you like to grow things.
I do indeed. Herbs mostly. And because I'm in constant need of 'em, I grow 'em in pots.
There's nothing quite like cooking with fresh herbs, that's for sure.
I don't use these herbs for cooking, darling. Did you and Henry have a nice chat?
Did I detect a little animosity between you two back there?
Henry's a very morose, very negative young man. Very cunning, too. In fact, I'm fairly certain that he's been selling off Dr. Bolay's belongings on the sly.
All
Oh,
of Dr. Bolay's belongings go
that's
to me anyway.
just gross pot. All right.
Probably not. According to Dr. Bolay's will, Henry is to get 30% of the estate. Dr. Bolay's physician, Gilbert Buford, gets 30%. Our Lady of Route 57 School of Dentistry and Cosmetology gets 30%.
Our Lady of Route 57.
Receive 10%.
Dentistry and cosmetology. Wow.
What was in that concoction you wanted me to drink after I got knocked out?
Never you mind. It was just a little remedy I brewed up on the spot to help you feel better.
If you don't like Henry that much, how come you're still here?
I'm here because Dr. Bolay paid me in advance, and I always fulfill my obligations.
If you don't mind my asking, what's in that little pouch you wear around your neck?
Things. Secret things. Things that give me special talents when special times demand them. People usually laugh when I say this, but this pouch is my connection to the energy that powers the universe.
It's acid. It's just acid.
Well, at least you didn't laugh.
I'll leave you to your potting.
One more thing. I, too, have seen the skeleton man. After Dr. Bolay passed, that night, I saw him in the hallway. He was there, then he was gone. So you best be careful, Nancy Drew, because if it was Mr. Death, and I truly think it was, he's come back.
Okay. Good start. Good stuff. All right. Let's go back out into the foyer, and I'll tell you why I hate this house.
That's the front door, but I'm not leaving until I figure out what Mr. Skeleton Man was up to.
So, ooh. Hello, Pink Shadows 91. Welcome, and thank you for the follow. So, the front of this house, Italian at Victorian, right? messed up because the door should be in the center. This, however, is very typific. Excuse me, is very typific actually of the Second Empire, and therefore, you know, having the staircase on the side of the house so that there's a hallway with the stairs on one side and all the rooms are on the other side. Very typical of the Second Empire style. They are not the same. It's like they just mashed two different Victorian styles that were slightly off. The Second Empire was a little bit earlier than the Italian era. And to be fair, while there may be examples of it in New Orleans, certainly wasn't the norm. And it's also very weird because this, if you looked at the little advert for this game at the end of the last one, at the end of White Wolf, then you would have seen that they gave a more plantation style house, which they do later on in another game, which is interesting for its own reasons. Which I won't get into right now. We'll talk about it when we get there. But like, it's just weird. It's weird. Mr. Skeleton Man certainly does have a bone to pick, but unfortunately he's crossed the one teenage super sleuth that doesn't like letting go. These are portraits. Very... I mean, this one has an axe, but this one has a toothbrush. That has a banana. So, you know, it's giving me very, Haunted Mansion. Okay. I don't even know what this fireplace is supposed to be. Okay, we'll take some charcoal. Ah, is this a game with another eyeball? Okay. Can I use my... Yeah, I can use the keyboard. That's much easier. What's the star for? Ah, a reset. Okay, fair enough. I'm guessing I can't hit... Yeah, can't go through the light. Now, blocking it first. Ah, I see. Restart that then. Don't do that. Learning the rules of whatever this game is supposed to be. Supposed to be. Supposed. Huh. Here's a hint. Just to start this. Game on the coffee table. Yep. Use the marbles to block the laser beams. You have to get the right position. Move the block so it will stop the marbles from rolling too far. Oh, wait, I can move that block. I'm dumb. Forgot about that. Yeah, I can move this block. That was stupid. That's not gonna help me at all. How do I get it to block? Enough of it, though. That's useless to me. Would be useful if I were in a different position, but it's useless ultimately. From here. What does it want me to? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, now that I've got this started, let's try and not use cheats from here. Maybe. I'm really bad at these particular puzzles. Let's see where this is going now. I have to move that up, right? Shit. Wait, I can come back from this. Okay. Now we have to get it through all of that somehow. With only pushing. Ah, shit, that was stupid. Can I walk that back? I think I can walk it back. Yes. Okay. Do that. Now we got it back in a place that can help. Nailed it. Aha! We have another eyeball. This is going to be a regular occurrence in this particular house. Just get ready for that. Okay, these are grave plots and cemeteries? Morbid. Oh. Oh. Aha. They have gags. Because that's respectful. Is that part of the model? Ah, and some music from the first ever game too, no less. Secrets and kill moment. Is that what? I don't think that's how alligators sound, but okay. Oh, look, we found another eyeball that's somehow even creepier than the last one that was red. Congratulations. Even fucking creepier. Oh, look at that. Okay. We have something like this. Hold on. With the leaves, and it's... Yeah, this one is... a raven. But the raven never bore. That seems like that's a puzzle that needs to be solved. Okay, sure. Not much, actual, you know, evidence, clues, anything. I'm assuming this empty bedroom is where the good Dr. Boulay used to sleep. How depressing. How absolutely fucking depressing. Ah, that's obviously some kind of secret door that we haven't learned how to open yet. I also love how everything is crooked, but there's no real reason for it to be. Very intricate something or other here. Huh. Ooh. Oh, that's from the thing. Well, actually, no. Wait, if there's... Oh, hold on a minute. What's this? Oh. Never mind. Get to see Nancy's shadow. No?
To figure out if there's anything camouflaged in that design, I'm gonna need some paper.
Unfortunately, I don't have any with me, so... Ah yes, this minigame.
That should keep you guys quiet for a while.
I took fruit. Hate that minigame. It's harder and harder every time too. Oh right, I was gonna ask about paper.
Yes?
Is your great-uncle's estate worth very much?
I have no idea, nor will I until I get all his affairs settled. He was a dentist for most of his life, so he must have had some money squirreled away. As you can tell, he was darn good at squirreling away junk.
Have you had any of his things appraised?
Somebody from a curio shop came in and took a quick look around, but it wasn't anything formal.
She ain't afraid of no ghost. Absolutely.
Why is there an empty frame in the gallery in the other room?
Apparently, someone stole the canvas. Renee says it disappeared sometime after Bruno died.
What was it a painting of, do you know?
It was of my parents. I think it was painted in the garden out back. Renee doesn't like me. Wouldn't surprise me if she took it out of spite.
I found this scrap of paper in the fireplace. Do you know anything about it?
No. You always go digging around in people's fireplaces?
Just looking for something that might tell me who that skeleton man was.
Ah.
Hey,
Anything else?
no stone unturned, buddy.
Why is there a model of a cemetery in the other room?
Because Great Uncle Bruno used to oversee the cemetery next door. Made that scale model so he could keep track of where everything, or should I say everyone, was. Crafted all those miniature crypts himself. And people think I'm weird.
That's a fair point. Totally fucking fair point.
Do you know what this is? I found it in the other room.
Looks to me like some kind of tracing.
I was thinking that maybe my skeleton man left it behind.
Well, I sure don't know anything about it. Anything else?
Do you know where I could find some plain paper?
Sure don't. Try asking Renee.
I'm going to keep looking
You
around.
sound so excited about that. Try asking Renee.
Hello again.
Have you ever seen this before? I found it by that scale model of the cemetery that's inside the house.
It's a mystery to me. I suggest you ask Henry. He leaves things lying around all the time. I guess it figures I won't notice amid all the other clutter. But I do. I notice everything.
She notices
What else may I have of
everything.
service to you?
What can you tell me about the painting that's missing from the frame in the gallery?
Very little, I'm afraid. I didn't notice the picture was gone until after the reception following Dr. Bolay's funeral.
Oh, well, thank you, Pink Shadows 91, for the gift sub. Thank you so much.
Do you by any chance have some plain paper that I could use?
I most certainly do. But it's up in my room, and I'm afraid I cannot retrieve it for you until I'm finished here. You get the sudden urge to draw a picture?
Something like that. I know, I'll help you. That way you'll get done faster.
Gracious, you are the picture of impatience, aren't you? Well, I appreciate the offer. But here, why don't you just take this instead? It's an extra key to my room. The paper's in a drawer in my nightstand. Just go on up and help yourself. But make sure you lock the door when you leave, you hear? You I trust, but Henry, him I do not.
I really appreciate this.
She's got such a thick accent, and I know so many people who are like this from Georgia that I immediately do not trust her.
As long as you're going up there, my appetite could use a little placating, so I would be much obliged if you would bring me a candy bar from my nightstand. And take one for yourself while you're at it.
All right. And no worries. Yeah, I know it's a little loud. It's mostly loud because this game is so quiet, and I really have noticed. I turned up the music, and I know that we had that problem in the last game, but like, I don't know, it seems worse than it should be. See, this is a room. This actually looks like someone lives here, at least. Looks kind of dreary, but ah, the stash.
And one for me.
Pop, 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 pop.
Yum. Gosh, these things are good.
Now I want chocolate. Ooh, creepy. Even fucking creepier. She has a doll from the last train to Blue Moon Canyon? How did that even happen? Honey. Gotta snoop around a little bit here. Oh, I see. Okay. That doesn't seem right. Ah. That still doesn't seem right. Nope. Still nope. Nope. Damn. Okay. So close. It's just one more button. Damn. There it is. And I messed up. Damn. Getting there. Damn. There it is. Gonna mess it up. Ah, but I thought I had that right. Oh. Okay. Hold on. We can make this work. It's not that one then? It's definitely that one. And it's this one. These two are definitely true. Maybe it's this. It is! I see it now. Okay. Nope. Damn. There it is. Nope. Hey, we got one. Okay. Whew. There is still fudge left. You are correct. The X's, yes. That is also correct. That is correct. Okay, so it's 1, 3. I wish I could number these more easily or something. 1 and 2. Okay. Ah, but I got it right. Damn. I would love if you brought me some fudge. I would not say no. This drink really ain't shit. All the alcohol I put in that thing, and yet somehow I'm just kind of like, it's fine. It's yummy. There's that. Can't complain about that, that's for sure. It's very yummy. So is this the right one? Yeah, that's the right one. And then I need the and the net. I don't remember. So that looks like one. That. Okay, so these ones. So 3. Hey, there we go. All right, one more. And we'll have broken in. Okay. Do. All right, so there's that. Nope. Okay. Nailed it. Fucking nailed it. Voodoo signs and symbols. Oh boy. Vaguely problematic. Spectriloquy? There we go. Spectriloquy. To most people, spells are cast using words spoken aloud sounding like gibberish, repetitive, nonsensical, and annoying, but these are powerful spells indeed, so powerful that there are only 2 ways to negate them. One is to discern the precise meaning and purpose of the spell and to vocalize the appropriate counterspell, but this demands intimate knowledge not only of hoodoo words, but of the motivations of the spells. Thank you, darling creator, and this is often impossible. The more common method of disenchantment involves writing the symbolic equivalent of the spell on an object placed between the originator of the spell and its recipient, practice known as spectriloquy. Once a spell is broken down into individual sounds, each sound is translated into a letter from the spectral alphabet and then drawn left to right on a fence, wall, or window. Spectral alphabet is defined by 28 symbols, 4 basic vowel sounds. Almost all hoodoo words can be represented by modifying these 4 basic things. Okay. That it? This is like one step away from her telling me about the little people in the backyard, which is another game. Oh, well. Ah. That's just a very unfortunate thing to have on someone's hiccup powder. Good job, Nancy. I don't know that I would trust that particular Cocoa Kringle bar right there. I don't think that would be a good idea. All right, let's write these out then. Let's see what they mean. Okay, and then... Okay. Then okay. And there's the tear. Draw that in just to help give that separation. One little mustache, and then okay. Now that I've done that, let's see if we can translate it. Okay, so we have ba. This stuff ba 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 ba. Za. Okay. Then Lu. And then Bazalupa. There's the thing in the middle. D. Mu. Ka. What does that mean? Azalupa di Muka. Okay, well, that tells me nothing.
Yes?
I'm going to keep looking around.
Groovy.
Groovy. Sounds so excited.
You bring me that cocoa kringle bar like I asked?
Right here.
Bless you. I'm so hungry I could devour these plants I'm potting up, dirt and all. How else may I be of service to you?
Those weird symbols on the wall in your room. Do you know who painted them?
I did. Fact of the matter is, there's a spirit living in that wall.
Aha.
Spirit.
Got a voice that'd send shivers down the spine of Dracula himself. Used to hear it sometimes, in the dead of night, half talking, half whispering, saying this one word I never heard before, like it was from a language no one on earth spoke. And suddenly, I knew. The spirit was trying to cast a spell on me, so I got me a book and found out that by painting the word I heard on the wall, syllable by syllable, in hoodoo signs, I could counteract the word's power. And you know what? The spirit has not spoken that word or any other since.
What was the word?
Darling, a sack full of water moccasins couldn't get me to say that word out loud. Nor will I write it down. No, sir. Not ever, ever, ever.
It's alright, I already got it.
I'd better get going.
Fare thee well.
I don't know what it means, but I got it. Next to nothing as far as I can tell. Alright, let's go back to that place and do the rubbings we need. Okay. This is, of course, the one we already have, but who cares? Completionists, I guess. I know, right? The paper is dry and it's raining now? Oh, I'm not getting into that. Okay, fair enough. Place looks like a vampire crypt anyway. Let's be honest, Nancy is just impressive by herself. Where am I going? It's not where I want to go. Okay. So the leaves should be the raven. Okay. And then the flowers is the coffin. So it's already done. The lyre is the earthworm. And the remaining one is bones. Ah, a key. Does that key go to the crypt that the model was for? In which case, let's go back to the crypt because I don't know what I'm doing. We're solving puzzles with no particular aim. Someone attacked us and we're not getting the police involved and instead trying to investigate it ourselves. And by investigate it ourselves, I mean we're just finding weird puzzles around and deciding we're gonna solve those. Oh. Aha. Well, let me guess what might be in here. Come on, put the key back, Nancy. Marianne Bolet. Claude Bolet. Both died in 1990. That sounds right.
This must be the painting that goes in that empty frame.
It's the umbrella. Why everybody has a prop, like Marcel Bolet, 1826 to 1890. Beefy Bolet, 1918 to 1981. Quite the long life.
Hello again.
I'll see you later.
Thanks for coming by.
Yes?
I'll check back with you
Not
later.
going to talk about that.
Movie.
Okay. Just gonna ignore that. Pretend it didn't happen. Okay. Well, let's put the painting back in its frame. How about that? I don't know why, but here we are. So, guess we'll call Ned. Be like, hey, your friend's kind of weird.
Hello, Nancy?
Hey, Ned.
It's about time you called. Did you make it to New Orleans okay?
It's about time you called.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure I like the way you said that. Is he okay?
He's fine. Well, he's the executor of his great-uncle Bruno's estate, which he's not real happy about. But he and his great-uncle weren't that close, so he's not grief-stricken or anything.
Well then, are you okay?
Other than getting attacked on my way into Henry's house by a skeleton wearing a red ascot and getting knocked out by the smoke bomb he threw at me, I'm fine too.
What?
Let's just say that I stumbled onto a...
What?
I'm
That's an appropriate response to anything that happens with Nancy. Let's be honest.
Is Bess with you?
No, I told her I'd meet her back at the hotel.
So tell me about this skeleton man.
I don't know that I want to.
Someone in a costume, obviously. He or she was leaning over something in the great room when I walked in and surprised them.
So they threw a smoke bomb at you and ran?
Yeah, I must
That's about it.
interrupted whatever
Yeah.
they were doing.
What were they leaning over?
A scale model of the cemetery next door. Henry says his
Kinda
great
weird.
uncle Bruno made it so he could keep track of who was buried there. Apparently, Bruno used to oversee the cemetery. And right near the scale model, I found a tracing of some kind of symbol. I'm thinking maybe Skeleton Man dropped it.
Why would Skeleton Man be interested in...
This is just what we're calling it now. Skeleton Man.
Good question.
I hate this.
Maybe I'll take a real good look around in there and see if I can find out.
Good idea.
I'm still trying to figure out how you got to be friends with Henry.
Well, we're not best friends or anything. Heck, we're not really even friends. I just feel sorry for the guy. I mean, he never hangs out with anyone between classes, and when I'd heard there'd been a death in the family, I just wanted to make sure he was okay all by himself down there.
Don't worry, he's fine. Although I think he misses his parents a lot. I saw him out in the cemetery by what I think is their crypt. He seemed pretty upset.
I'm not surprised. I get the feeling that what Henry looks like on the outside is just the opposite of what he looks like on the inside.
You know, you're a pretty nice guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. Alright, let's see what we can do here.
Bruno Bolet's housekeeper, Renee, is still here, despite the fact that she and Henry don't really get along that well.
Why do you think she's staying on?
She says it's because Bruno paid her in advance.
But you don't believe her.
10% of Bruno's estate is supposed to go to her. Only she thinks Henry's been selling off Bruno's assets on the sly. So it wouldn't surprise me if she's staying on so she can keep tabs on him.
How much of Bruno's estate is Henry supposed to get?
30%.
That's a pretty healthy chunk. He wouldn't be selling stuff on the sly. This Renee person sounds kind of paranoid.
What this Renee person is freaky.
In what way?
She wanted me to drink some strange-looking concoction after I passed out from the smoke bomb, but she refused to tell me what was in it. And she wears this weird little pouch around her neck. Says what's inside it connects her to the energy that powers the universe.
She's probably harmless, but stay on her good side.
Probably, yeah. It's probably fine. Don't worry about it. Don't think too much. It'll be fine.
I'll try. See ya.
Bye, Nancy.
See ya! She's so happy about this. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess. I mean, sort of. We'll get there, I'm sure. Henry is admittedly not quite my type, so I don't quite see the appeal.
Due to current weather and road conditions, cab service to the greater New Orleans area has been temporarily suspended. We regret being unable to serve you at this time.
Alright, cool. That's helpful. Yeah, skinny pale twinks is not my usual bag, I'll admit. Alright, Bess. Let's talk. Oh boy.
Hello?
Bess, hi, it's me.
Hey, Nance. I just got back from shopping, which I am happy to report is fantastic here. So, what's going on with you?
A lot.
A lot is in a whole bunch of fun stuff?
Let me start by telling you what happened when I arrived at Henry's house. I walked up to the front door and discovered it was open. So I walked in.
And fades out. And we fade back in with Bessovision.
Skeleton wearing a red ascot?
Someone dressed as a skeleton wearing a red ascot. Although the housekeeper here thinks it really was a skeleton, Mr. Death. But then, she's a little strange.
Do you think it was a burglar?
I'm not sure. I caught him or her sneaking around this scale model of a cemetery. And later, I found a tracing of something right by it. So if I could just figure out what it's a tracing of...
You already
and
did.
What, if anything, it has to do with that model cemetery...
You already
I
did.
might be able to figure out who Skeleton Man is.
You didn't.
I know that tone of voice. You're not leaving there until you've done just that, are you?
Actually, I'm not leaving because they've canceled cab service around here because of the rain. In fact, since I can't go anywhere, I'm hoping you can check something out for me. I found some kind of receipt in the fireplace that may or may not be a clue.
What's it a receipt for?
That's what I need to find out. See, it's half burned up. All I can read is the receipt number and the name of the place it's from. Zeke's.
Zeke's?
You mean the one that's across the street?
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, I'm sitting here on our balcony in the French Quarter looking down at a place across the street called Zeke's.
That's great. So go over there and ask whoever's behind the counter what receipt number 21-3872 is for.
You want me to snoop?
She sounds so offended.
Forget it. Not gonna do it.
Bess,
I'm not good at that sneaking around stuff, Nancy. I get nervous, my tongue gets all knotted up, my palms sweat, to say nothing of my armpits.
Bess, receipt number
She's such an overshare. Marvelous.
Just go in and ask what it's for. No big deal.
Maybe not for you.
Bess, you can do it.
This is not gonna end well, I just know it. Okay, I'll call you as soon as it's over.
I'll be waiting.
She's just so upset about everything with this.
What looks good to you?
I know that shirt. I know that shirt. That's Shorty, you fucking asshole.
Dive in.
I'm glad that I just can eat that and not,
That was yummy.
she says matter-of-factly. Whoa. That's a place. A thing. Can we look at it? Whoa. We can just... Ah! Cute. How does it move like that? Why does it move like that? Is there a purpose? Sneezing powder. Well, does exactly what it says. Stinking powder.
Ew, P.U.
I mean, doesn't take a lot to make something smell bad. Itching powder.
Ooh, they weren't kidding.
Giggling powder. Crying powder. She's just having drugs. She's just doing drugs. Okay, girl. Let it out. Let it out. It's alright. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that thing again. Oh. Huh. That's gonna have a thing later, I'm sure. Hey, I've seen this statue before. in a basement in England. Oh, that's a thing. How many of these are movie props? Mystical toast.
Hey, doing a little end of the day shopping, huh? See something you like?
I like everything.
That's what I want to hear. I'm Lamont. This is my place. So if you got any questions, I'm the guy to ask.
So what happened to Zeke?
Do have a question. This friend of mine found the number of a receipt that came from this shop, and she asked me to ask you what the receipt is for. But if you're really busy, or you'd rather not, or it's against the rules...
No problem. What's the number?
21-3872.
21-3872.
I like the camera changes here.
That ticket was for a large box of assorted unknown items I bought from Henry Bolay. And, that's all I can tell you.
Assorted unknown items?
It's a box with a bunch of different things in it, kind of like a grab bag. Look, I just don't want to make trouble for anyone, okay?
Can you tell me what was in the box?
It's still in the back room. I haven't had a chance to really go through it yet. Hey, is there something else I can help you with? Beads, hula dolls, old books. Got great deals on all of them.
Seeing as this place is called Zeke's, and it's your place, shouldn't your name be Zeke?
Guy I bought this place from wouldn't sell it to me unless I swore I wouldn't change the name. So I didn't. Funny thing was, his name wasn't Zeke either.
Is Henry Bolay a friend of yours?
No, I met him at the reception at Bruno's house following the funeral. Gave Henry my card, said when he wanted to start liquidating, he should give me a call.
Was Bruno a friend of yours?
Way I hear it, Bruno Bolay didn't have any friends. But I wish he had been my friend. I mean, that house of his is filled with junk. He kept everything. For someone in my business, the place is knick-knack heaven.
Knick-knack heaven. That's great.
With all those bottles of weird stuff over there.
Hoodoo's something some of the more superstitious people around here practice. They think if you mix certain herbs and roots a certain way and drink them, or carry special objects around...
The Dread Pirate Roberts.
give you a supernatural...
It's so fucking true, though. Oh my god.
I'd probably poison myself.
Hey, I hear ya, but I can't knock it, because let me tell you, the stuff I got in here sells like hotcakes. Somebody thinks it works, so hey, who knows?
I think I'll look around some more.
Take your time.
Am I gonna look around some more? Do I need to look around some more? Am I good? Let's talk to Nancy.
Hello? Good news and bad news, Nance. I found out that the receipt is for a box of stuff that Lamont, that's the guy who owns Zeke's, bought from Henry Bolay.
No kidding. What kind of stuff did Henry sell him?
That's the bad news. The box is in a back room, and it contains assorted unknown items, and that's all Lamont would tell me. Said something about not wanting to get anyone in trouble. So, looks like that's that.
No. You've got to get into the back.
No. Not how that works.
Which means you're probably going to have to, you know...
Oh no, I'm not going to snoop, Nancy Drew. I told you, I'm a lousy snooper.
You've got to, Bess. I have no way of getting down there, and seeing what's in that box could be really important.
Could be? I'm supposed to risk life, limb, and liberty for something that could be important?
Yes, I mean...
Life, limb, and liberty.
Just find a way to distract this Lamont guy. Look through the box and leave. You can do that, okay?
You owe me, Nancy Drew. Oh, do you owe me?
You're the greatest. You really are.
Call is disconnected. Back over to Zeke's we go. Alright. Well, unfortunately, I kind of think I know the way to distract him. Oh. Hold on.
And she's back.
I'm gonna keep browsing if that's okay.
Take your time.
Alright, yeah. Well, time to Rube Goldberg this shit. This where I need this? I don't even know how to start this. How do I... Ah, there we go.
Close, but no cigar.
Okay. So that pushes thing up.
Still needs some work.
What goes there?
Close, but no cigar.
No? Okay. No? Also no? What about the...
Well, I've got the right idea.
Do you? I'm not seeing it. Ah, this goes here. That's for sure. 'Cause there's an outlet there.
That doesn't quite cut it.
Trying to figure out what goes here, though. That's a head. Get used to that noise. It's gonna be constant.
Well, I've got the right idea.
I don't know that you do, sweetie. Am I missing something with this?
I'm getting there, I think.
No, you're not. No, you're not, darling. Oh, I'm missing something pretty important.
This might come in handy.
There we go. That's important. Okay. Alright. Let's make this Rube Goldberg thing work. The only thing that works is the record player. Oh, wait. Ignore that.
I'm getting there.
No? Wait. Where does it go?
Still needs some work.
I'm confused. Click on the tank at the lower right, it blows up a happy face balloon. Just two things raise the shelf above it, and though you can't see it too well, it hits a lever at the left. Oh! Right there. There we go, okay.
Still needs some work.
Got something now. Now that we've got something going, at least.
I'm
Womp.
getting there.
Okay, not that. The heavier book?
Close.
Yeet!
I'm getting there. I think.
Also, no. Okay. That music is fucking annoying. Hey!
I'm getting there, I think.
That'll then pop. That'll go there and pop the balloon. Which will do something. Make that drop. But what will that mean?
Close, but no cigar.
No, okay.
Well, I've got the right idea.
Do you, though? I don't know that you do. I'm not convinced yet. I'm gonna pop the thing.
Still need some work.
Okay, so that's not where that goes, obviously. Try that, I guess. Hello, Amanda. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, this puzzle does definitely take a little bit. It's a little much, but I appreciate the commitment to the Rube Goldberg moment, so I'm here for it. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. It's been a rough week. Kind of glad that I'm over. It's unfortunately the last week I get Fridays off, so that stinks, but eh.
Still need some work.
Okay.
Close, but no cigar.
I feel like I'm close. I'm close. It can happen. It can work.
Close, but no cigar. Still need some work.
Damn, what am I missing here with that? Ugh, there we go. That doesn't make sense.
the right idea.
Okay, no. This doesn't make sense to be here, though. I already tried that. I thought haven't I tried this? Maybe, no, I think I had this down here. I don't know what the bowling ball does at this point. But the mouth doesn't have enough to push the bowling ball, but it might have enough to push the bottle over. Ah, like that! Oh, apparently it's got that too. Which...
There, that should do it. Lamont, could you help me?
Could you help me?
I can't quite reach that bottle up there. Could you get it for me?
Sure.
The poor man. He just watches as everything goes off the rails. What the fuck? Poor man.
Oh no! Oh my gosh! Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I'll go get you something. What do you need?
Nose spray. Back room.
Nose spray, back room, got it.
Not sure how we would know that he had nose spray that he would need. Yeah, the animations in this are like significantly better than before, so.
Cute dog.
Ah, that is an iguana. There's a wonder still I both stayed in the south of France for only a few days to visit some old friends. Lorelai spent far too much time in the kitchen. Golden pork shoulder roast with turnips and roasted plums. A tire quail wrapped in puff pastry. We bought a simple chocolate cake from a street market. There was dinner. She does things like that. She's always trying to show up the guests. That's how she is. Emma Linda. Some of these don't exist. Hamlet? Versus? Ah. Skeleton costume. Ah, that was too easy. Hmm. 1, 332, 836, 814, 4, 112, X. Do I actually get him the... Ah, nasal spray.
I need to go through that box for Nancy, then get the nose spray for Lamont.
Okay.
Hello?
I can tell you it's in the box of stuff Henry Bolet sold to the curio shop. Ready?
Let's hear it.
I know, that poor guy.
I found a really old photo of a boy and a dog, and there was a photo of an iguana dressed up like a pirate.
What?
You heard me. And there's a costume in the box of a skeleton man.
Really?
Really?
There's also a box that's locked by some kind of letter combination and that has 2 pieces of paper stuck to it. On the first piece is a bunch of goofy stuff written by someone named Amelinda, and on the second is a bunch of numerical references to passages from Hamlet, some of which don't even exist according to a note that I think Lamont made.
Did you unlock the box?
No, I have no idea how.
Well, maybe there's something on those 2 pieces of paper that'll tell you.
I'm not gonna open the box.
Yes, you are. You have to. There could be something really important inside.
Because of me, Lamont's out there having a...
Because of me.
I need to get him some nose spray before he breaks some part of his body I didn't even know he had.
Bess, please. We've got to be thorough. And you've come too far to give up now.
You can do it. I know you can.
Oh, all right.
Awesome. Maybe I can help you.
If you've got any suggestions, I sure wouldn't mind hearing them.
Okay. My guess is that some kind of code is involved. You said that there are numerical references on the second page?
Yeah, to passages from Hamlet.
Maybe all that matters is the individual numbers and what order they're in. Try applying the numbers to what Amalinda wrote. Like, if the first number's 3, write down what the third letter is.
And if the second number's 5, I count 5 letters from there and write it down. Okay, I can do this. I won't call you again until after I've opened it.
Maybe screw someone's health. We need to solve this mystery. Truth, though, honestly. Okay, so what is it then? 1, 3, 32, 8, 3, 6, 8, 14, 4, 1, 12, X. Alright. 1 would be L. 1, 2, 3 would be E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That's B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Mein Leben. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then X. That doesn't make sense. Did I mess up? Yeah. No, I was correct. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, good to know. I got it right, but... Alright. Dr. Boulay, this completes our transaction. The Whisperer is now yours. Respect its power.
This is weird. I better call Nancy and read this to her word for word.
I'm just ignoring him again.
No, I'll tell you what's weird. The box the letter is in is padded, and it has this round indentation in it that's the exact size of a human skull. It's like it used to contain a skull, but now it doesn't.
Good job, Bess. I'm gonna
Okay.
walk around here and see.
That feels like some projection, Bess, but
You better go take care of Lamont.
Would you believe it? The guy is still sneezing. He must keep nose spray around because something's wrong with his sinuses. Oh, he's gonna hate me.
yeah, he probably will hate you. Sorry.
Yes?
I'm afraid you're going to be stuck with me for a while.
Let me guess. Because of the big storm that's blowing in. Everyone in the city's freaking out and you can't get a cab.
Bingo.
Person at the bank told me. Just before she put me on hold for 2 hours. Oh, don't worry. We've got plenty of food here. Beds, candles. You're welcome to stay.
Where are the other beds?
I'll check back with you later.
Groovy.
Where are the other beds? Okay, that's not helpful.
Hello again.
I'll see you later.
Come see me anytime.
Also not helpful. Yeah, and one of them's the bedroom of a dead guy that nobody's sleeping in, probably for good fucking reason. Hello, little man. And...
That was Uncle Bruno's pet iguana, Iggy. He's always in here stealing paper. He must be using it to build a nest or something. Look, I had all those books arranged so they fit perfectly in that box. Put them back in, okay? I don't have time.
I had all those books arranged.
After you put all those other books back.
After. Wow. Fucking... Who are you, my mom? What is this? I know, it's very much like the Deception Island book puzzle, except this time they actually snap to a grid, which I very much appreciate. Because in Deception Island, you just kind of had to, like, wiggle your mouse around and hope that you landed in the right place, and it sucked. That was a huge problem I had with that part. But am I amazing? I am indeed amazing. Beatrice Hotchkiss! Fuck yes! I love this woman. I love this woman! Let me see if I can do a Hotchkiss, a Professor Hotchkiss voice here. Let's go back to the front page. The crystal skulls, fact or fable? One of the most ancient and widespread legends known to humankind can be summed up thusly. Scattered over the earth are 13 humanoid skulls carved out of pure crystal. At some point in the future, fate will bring the 13 skulls together and they will speak, imparting wisdom that will save the human race from annihilation and usher in a golden era of peace and enlightenment. There are several versions of this legend. In one, the skulls were created by Mayans, Incans, or Aztecs, and collectively form a repository of information dealing how and why humans came to be. Another legend credits their creation to the extraterrestrials who seeded the Earth with their human race and left the skulls behind to explain their actions at some point in the future. Yet another contends the skulls are ancient in origin, but more important, that each skull is somehow magical in of itself. The distinctive gifts they offer their owners reputedly, include precognition, clairvoyance, telekinesis, and, of course, immortality. Some variations combine all of the above. And there's a... sorry. Boop. I don't do that. Nope. We don't do that in this channel, darling. Sorry. Anyway, where was I? What is both indisputable and intriguing about the general legend and its smaller, colorful variations is that several mysterious crystal skulls have indeed been discovered in the past millennium, turning up in all corners of the earth. What follows is an examination of everything that is currently known about these skulls in hopes of separating the facts of their existence from the fantasies of human imagination. The Whisperer. The first documented reference to the crystal skull known as the Whisperer came in 1532, shortly after Hernando de Soto helped Francisco Pizarro ambush and capture the Incan emperor Atahualpa at the Battle of Cajamarca. De Soto's aide-de-camp, while updating De Soto's expedition records, noted that during Atahualpa's subsequent imprisonment, De Soto befriended the Incan ruler. In time, Atahualpa told De Soto a secret. He possessed an exquisitely detailed, life-size human skull that the ancient ones had carved out of a pure, clear crystal. He happened upon it at the hut of a deceased high priest whose astonishingly advanced age had caused his fellow priests, out of fear and jealousy, to slip him a fatal dose of poison. Atahualpa took a fancy to the skull and kept it, and soon realized that the skull, which he contended would sometimes whisper to him in an unearthly voice using familiar words, was giving him immunity to all human ailments. As long as he possessed the skull, Atahualpa told De Soto, he would live forever. Man, honestly, it's not a bad impression. I'm feeling pretty good about this so far. This is pretty good. I just am more like sitting here looking at how much more this is there to read. I am interpreting on the go. This is all off the cuff stuff here. Here we go. We gotta keep going. But like the priest before him, and like everyone who possessed this particular skull after him, Atahualpa soon discovered that while the skull could perhaps protect him from the ravages of time and nature, it was no match for the treachery of his fellow man. To De Soto's great surprise and dismay, Pizarro had Atahualpa executed. Although there is no other mention of the skull in De Soto's records, it is highly doubtful that the Spaniard would have left such a treasure behind when he returned to Europe in 1536. Indeed, the next documented reference to the crystal skull, in which Atahualpa seems to have inadvertently bequeathed to De Soto, came in a letter written by a nobleman of the court of Philip II, the member of the Austrian Habsburg family, who took over the Spanish Empire in 1556. While a guest at the Habsburg Palace in Vienna, the nobleman mentions encountering a crystalline hand of death, which a manservant swore made utterances strange and low, too terrible for the ear to bear. Apparently, the skull then made its way to France, most likely via Anne of Austria, who married King Louis XIII of France in 1615, because the next reference to a death's head, carved from remarkably clear crystal, can be found in the manifest of a ship belonging to René Robert Cavelier, Sieur de la Salle, a French explorer, who in 1684 was preparing for a journey that would take the skull, ironically, back to the New World from which it had come. The fact that La Salle took the skull with him on his expedition to colonize the Mississippi River Valley suggests that he may have been aware of its reputation for conferring immortality upon its owner. But once again, his real enemy proved not to be age or disease, but his fellow man. A group of his men, stranded in what is now Texas, after the expedition landed in the wrong place and antagonized the local Native Americans, eventually mutinied and killed La Salle so they could abandon their mission and head for the relative safety of the French outposts in Canada. The Whisperer, however, appears to have been left behind and didn't reappear until almost 200 years later. The photo to the right, found in the basement of a library in Jonesboro, Arkansas, suggests that by 1881, Atahualpa's crystal skull had found itself in the hands of a traveling huckster who apparently used it to lure potential patrons to his wagon so he could sell them various balms and elixirs. If he is the same Curtis Caldwell, who, according to census records, settled in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, he lived and worked to the ripe old age of 93, dying only when a dissatisfied... Hey, Nancy, I'm fucking reading. You quiet down. Working to the ripe old age of 93, dying only when a dissatisfied customer set fire to his house in a fit of anger. if the Whisperer was in Caldwell's house, it no doubt survived the fire. But exactly what happened to it next has proved impossible to discern, and its current whereabouts is a mystery. But what is known about the skull's previous owners could prove very useful in solving that mystery, for all the people who have possessed it have had two things in common. They lived for an unusually long time, and they always, without exception, met with death at the hand of another. In other words, the trail that leads to the discovery of this particular crystal skull will likely be one that begins with murder. Okay, and scene. That was fun. Okay, I had a good time with that one. Let's go call her. See how well I did by calling her directly. She won't remember me either, is the best part. She didn't remember me when I was literally there with her.
Yes, hello?
Hi, my name's Nancy Drew. Is this Professor Hotchkiss?
I am she. Nancy Drew. Your name has a ring to it. Do I know you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we met a little while back.
I feel like I nailed it.
Oh, yes, you were the delightful young lady doling out the samples in the tasting room of that cheese factory. Yum, yum.
No, I met you at Wickford Castle.
That's ridiculous. There was no cheese tasting room at Wickford Castle.
No, we were both guests there. I found a journal written by Marie Antoinette, which you translated. Remember?
Thanks to you, suddenly all I can think about is how wonderful a nice big slab of Colby cheese would taste right now. Listen, Mandy, I'm on a deadline, so if you could please just tell me why you called.
But my name isn't...
Deadline! Let's cut to the chase, shall we? Chop, chop.
Honestly, they should. You know, they really should bring Hotchkiss back. I may not be a professionally trained voice actor, but listen, call me in. I'll do it. I'll make it happen. I'll fucking do it.
Bruno Bollet ever call you?
She's my favorite Nancy Drew character.
There's a name you can remember. Bollet. Nice and French. I'm a scholar of French history, you know.
Yes, I know. So did...
Yes, I know.
Indeed, he did. Oui, oui.
How long ago was that? Do you remember?
2, perhaps 3 years ago, he had just read my book, The Crystal Skulls. Fact or fable, one of my best efforts. Sold like hotcakes, smothered in a rich, tangy lemon sauce.
She really is my soulmate. She's the best.
I would have hung up on him straight away if he had. I tell you, Brandy, if I had $1 for every crackpot who's called claiming to own one of those skulls, I'd be able to dine at the Russian tea room every evening for the rest of my life. All right, that's a bit of hyperbole, but you get the picture.
I love her so much.
If memory serves, we talked mostly about the skull called the Whisperer. He wanted to know if I had learned any more about it since my book was published, which I hadn't, or if I had any theory as to what happened to it, which I didn't.
And that was the extent of your conversation?
Well, now, let me think. My, such insatiable curiosity, Nellie. You remind me of someone I encountered on one of my journeys. But for the life of me, I cannot remember her name or the circumstances.
Nancy Drew? Wickford Castle?
Ah! The eyes have it.
I'm sorry?
That's what Bruno Bollet said when I turned the tables and asked him if he had any idea where the Whisperer was. He said, the eyes have it. Then he chuckled and hung up.
How much would a crystal
skull
like the Whisperer be worth?
In this crazy day and age, where the shorn hair and used tissues of celebrities get sold for thousands of dollars, there's absolutely no telling, Candy. $500,000 easily. Maybe even $1 million. Maybe 2. Maybe 10. The sky's the limit. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
If someone found a skull made of crystal, how could they be sure it's one of the crystal skulls?
Wonderful question, Francie. How indeed? Because there are sure to be thousands of fakes out there. Perhaps tens of thousands. But remember, the real skulls were made long before the tools commonly used for carving today were invented. Which means, let's put on our thinking caps.
Modern-day tools would have left marks if the skull was a fake?
Exactly so. Mind you, the marks on a good fake would be microscopic and thus imperceptible to the human eye. However, any thorough laboratory analysis would quickly unmask a counterfeit.
So the only way to prove that a skull is the real deal is by proving it's not a fake?
And by examining its provenance, its history of ownership. If it can be shown that a particular specimen has been passed along from antiquity into modern times and didn't just suddenly appear in, say, Germany in the mid-19th century, that would tend to support its authenticity as well.
So it's actually funny that you mentioned whether I've cosplayed her or not, because I actually have the wig. I don't think I was able to get together a dress in time, but I was actually planning on doing the cosplay contest last year, and had even reached out to a hotel nearby that like the interior looks not completely unlike Wickford Castle. And I was going to bring a plate of couscous and chicken wings. And I was going to do a photo shoot at this very nice downtown Boston hotel with a plate of couscous chicken wings. And unfortunately, I just couldn't put it together in time. So I said, no, not this year, maybe in the future. Of course, it always happens in around October, and October is when my surgery is going to be. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it again this year either. But maybe one day. Maybe someday.
The idea that the Whisperer can make its owner immortal, do you believe that?
I believe that things that defy any soul...
'Cause all I need is just like a floral print black dress.
Now, does that mean there are mysterious...
Scoop neck, long sleeve.
...in the universe of which we do not and cannot ever have full knowledge? Or does it all boil down to us? If the human heart desperately wants something to be true, does the human mind have the power to make it true? Who knows? Oh, questions, questions, questions. Oh, how dreary life would be without them.
I mean, my human heart very desperately wants some things to be true and cannot get the mind to make it true. Because unfortunately, as much as I want Nvidia to lower the price of their fucking graphics cards, they're the same, unfortunately.
In your book, you said that all the people who've ever owned the Whisperer were murdered, yet Bruno Bolet dropped dead of a heart attack.
Are you saying the Whisperer was in his possession after all? The scallywag! Why didn't he tell me that? Oh, that's right, I would have hung up on him. If that's the case, then
Oh, that's right, I would have hung up on him.
Take a close look at his so-called heart attack, Sandy. Because if he owned the skull and he died, I guarantee you it was at the hands of someone else. Or my name's not Beatrice Gertrude Winifred Hotchkiss.
Such a fucking great name. Beatrice Gertrude Winifred Hotchkiss. Fuck yes. Rock and roll, dear. Rock and roll. Fucking brilliant. I love her. She is the best character and the only saving grace of this game. Oh yeah, no, I'm absolutely blaming crypto for it. The funny thing is that it's, so I'm not to get on this particular rant because I will be here for a long while if I start, but the crypto mining boom caused the prices to inflate like nobody's business, and Nvidia made a killing on their cards because the first iteration of the 30 series was kind of not much of anything, but then they released the TIs, so the 3080 Ti, the 3090 Ti, the 3070 Ti, the 3060 Ti, etc. And when they released those, they actually didn't attach an MSRP to them, so they just sold for whatever they could sell for. And since it was still in the middle of the crypto mining boom, they were selling for ridiculously high amounts of money, which meant that they were making huge profits on the sale of these cards. Fast forward to the and you know, it's actually interesting because you can see a through line for how much each one of those cards was selling, the TI versions, to how much the 40 series started selling. So a 3080 Ti was generally selling when things in the market at the time were balancing. For a 3080 Ti was selling for about $1,000, or $1,200, and then 40 series comes out and they make the 4080 $1,200. It's like, Yeah, there's your bingo card for the week. My boyfriend and I have a long running thing that if I start talking about it, it's like bingo, because I am unfortunately slightly obsessed. Mostly because I have an old 20 series card and wanted to upgrade this generation, but it's so fucking expensive that I just can't bring myself to spend $1,200 on the card that I should have, because I have a 2080, and when I bought that, it was $700. It was $800, but I got a open box, so $700. And 3080 came out, $700. 4080 came out, and they suddenly attached 500 extra fucking dollars to it. It just boggles my mind. So anyway, yeah, they basically just took whatever the 30 series Ti versions were selling and just made that the MSRP of the 40 series. Problem being that they didn't have the generational uplift in order to actually support that, and then on top of that, they have just handicapped all of these cards with their lack of VRAM. Literally, like the 12 gigabyte 4070 and the 4070 Ti are okay, but they will be only okay for a little while. We're already seeing games using like 16 gigabytes of RAM because all of the new consoles that have come out, the PS5 and the Xbox One X, they have a unified memory system that they use between VRAM and system memory, whereas we have onboard GPU memory and then system RAM, and those are two totally different things. You don't want the graphics textures to spill over into system RAM. You want to keep it on the onboard RAM. 8 gigabytes is no longer enough for like high textures, high resolution textures. So the higher the resolution that you're playing at, whether you're playing at 2K or 4K, and you're playing on an 8 gigabyte card, you're going to run out of VRAM and it's going to start tanking your performance. So it's just really frustrating because the 4080 in a lot of ways is an almost perfect card for me. The one thing that I wish it had was more VRAM, honestly, because AMD's got the right thing about that. I mean, their $800 card has 20 gigabytes, so the 4080 has 16. But for $1,200 fucking dollars, it's so much to ask, and they're holding to it. It's been almost a year since they released these fucking things, and they haven't budged on their price at all. It's barely moved. Like the 4080, I think, has dropped a little less than $100. 4060 Ti was launched in such a terrible way. Like every single launch except for the 4090, because it's a Halo product, has been awful from every perspective. From a PR standpoint, from a business standpoint, they're not selling these things. But because Nvidia is transitioning very much into an AI company, then they don't really need to focus on their GPU division anymore. They don't need to worry about making a profit anymore. And we're starting to see it really happen because I'm hearing now that Nvidia has pretty much stopped production of their graphics cards. They've pretty much just stopped because they have such a surplus at this point because they're not selling, but they don't want to budge on their pricing. So I'm now sitting here being like, it's not going to change, is it? And that makes me want to wait till the next generation of cards, which I might be able to do. However, instead of launching in 2024, because they used to launch every 2 years, 2022 to 2020, 2020, my card is from 2018, 2020 they released the 30 series, 2022 they released the 40 series, 2024 would be the normal time that they would release the 50 series, but now it's looking like they're pushing that out until 2025. So, yeah. It is your fault, Amanda, but I am on a hair trigger every time, and I received enough scalding hot tea, the tea being that Nvidia has basically stopped production of these things. And I stopped myself from talking to my boyfriend about it because I knew it would be another thing, but then it happened on stream anyway, so here we are. One time was less, I was going to talk about them for much longer. Yeah, but that was when I was assuming that they would understand that they were fucking idiots and correct course, and they haven't. So yeah, at this point, it's like watching a business just light their goodwill on fire on the front lawn for the whole neighborhood to see. Like, every single gamer who cares and pays any level of attention to this stuff is just watching it being like, what the fuck, dude? It's very weird. I do have more game options at this point, though. From what I understand, Mac is getting better, and they have some new way to essentially emulate Windows within Mac that isn't dual booting or something like that. I remember reading something about. Oh no! It's it is basically an emulation. I remember watching something on Linus Tech Tips about it. It was actually interesting. It looked like it had some good promise. If Apple actually puts resources into that particular part, a lot of PC games will just be available on Mac at that point. The big problem being that a lot of Apple silicon is not meant for the games in the way that NVIDIA and AMD and to some extent Intel at this point are. So I don't know what that would mean. If Apple would have to start like paying attention to their graphics, or if Apple would start integrating some graphic solutions from other places somehow. I'm not really sure. Yeah.
How did Bruno die, if you don't mind my asking?
Just dropped dead in the front hallway. I mean, the guy was 95 years old. Here, check it out. Myocardial infarction. That's doctor speak for heart attack.
Attending physician Dr. Gilbert Buford, 504-555-9970. Was that Bruno's doctor?
And his best friend, or so I'm told. I've never met him.
Interesting keychain.
That's one of Uncle Bruno's glass eyes. It's the one he was wearing when he died.
How nice.
And
How nice.
I'll stop bugging you now.
Awesome.
I mean, that's fair. Honestly, I can't fault anyone for being on Apple. I can't stand Apple and the Apple ecosystem. I don't want to buy into it. But I have lived with someone who was on the Apple ecosystem, and she did show me enough for me to understand why someone would want to be on that. I want too much customizability, and I don't want the intra-device connectivity. Like, I don't need to be working on my computer and then move to my tablet and then move to my phone and have it all be doing the same thing. I don't want that. I want what's happening on my phone, on my computer, on my laptop to all be different things. But I understand why someone might. So definitely not going to knock it if someone's used to it. I still struggle with iOS as well. No, it's not iOS. I'm sorry, Mac OS. I struggle with Mac OS to some degree just because it's just a weird setup. Funny enough, I'm now on Windows 11, which is emulating some parts of Mac OS, but I also force it to act more like Windows.
Did Dr. Bollet ever say anything to you about a crystal skull? He may have referred to it as the Whisperer.
No, he never so much as mentioned a crystal skull, whispering or otherwise.
Were you in the house when Dr. Bollet passed away?
I was indeed. I was in the library cleaning when all of a sudden I heard a big thump. I hurried out to investigate, and sure enough, there was Dr. Bollet lying by the front door. And as I rushed over to him, the door opened and in walked Gilbert Buford. He took one look at Dr. Bollet and hollered at me to call 911, so I ran back into the library and did just that. When I came back out, Gilbert was leaning over Dr. Bollet, listening for breathing, I suppose, and then he started pushing up and down on his chest, but it was too late. Even I could tell that Dr. Bollet was gone.
What was he doing by the front door?
I assume he saw Gilbert coming and was going to open the door for him. Not that there was any need. As you yourself discovered, people around here seldom lock their front doors during the day. But you know, in the back of my mind, I have always wondered about Gilbert Buford showing up at the door at that exact moment.
Yeah, honestly, she reminds me a lot of people that I knew when I was down in Georgia for grad school. Same, like, somewhat gentle southern drawl, and she just sounds like she has more money than she really needs. But in reality, she's probably just doing fine, sweetie. Now, of course, she's definitely going to be the first one to tell you to bless your heart, and that's going to mean in a real negative kind of way.
I understand that Dr. Bolet had some interesting...
Something sweet tea.
That man never met a creature he didn't like. He'd train them to do all kinds of silly tricks, then let them run free, inside the house as well as out.
To be fair, at least they have a voice actor that's doing a decent job of approximating a southern, what I would call a southern belle accent to some degree, right? Like, this game series has definitely skirted the realm of believability with accents quite a few times.
Did he ever teach you how to make them do their tricks?
I never cared to learn. Don't get me wrong. I liked Dr. Bolet, I truly did. But I swear, sometimes his activities made as much sense to me as bathing in a bayou full of gators.
Oh, they can actually be truly kind people, I will say that. This was just kind of a general impression coming as someone from the Northeast going down south, being told over and over again about this wonderful southern hospitality and how everyone was just so nice all the time. And instead I found that it was not as nice as everyone made it out to be. And in reality, I was often feeling... I was often quickly and easily picking up on how everyone was kind of... There were a lot of people who were very fake, that were like smiling while stabbing you, and I'm like, at the very least up here in New England, we will tell you to your face that you're a fucking idiot. We're not going to say, oh, bless your heart. We're going to say, you fucking idiot. Literally, straight to your face. It's nice and straightforward, all right? You know what everybody's thinking. And nowhere on this entire country so far has scared me on the road as much as driving in Georgia. I drive in Boston, and I don't get as scared as I got driving around fucking Georgia. God, they were terrifying. Like, here, people do terrible, awful, dumb things on the road all the time, but often what you end up doing is you're sitting there. I guess the way I put it, I always put it, Boston, Massachusetts, New England drivers are mean but smart. Right? So if you're driving along and you're looking at that person in the other lane next to you and you're like, what is the most asshole thing this person can possibly do in this moment? And that's what they're going to do. You can predict it. Whereas down in Georgia, I couldn't predict anything because people would just do dumb fucking shit. Sometimes they were being nice, and I hated that, because don't be nice on the road, just follow the rules of the road. Like coming up to a four-way intersection where they had the right of way and no stop sign, and I had a stop sign, and they stop as if there was a stop sign and wave at me to let me go. And I'm just fucking confused at this point, because I'm like, you don't have a stop sign. I do. And if you had just gone, I could have gone already. You just confused me. And that's not something you do on the road. Just don't do that. Ugh.
Come see me anytime.
Oh yeah, no, I love how blunt and straightforward people are up here, and I know everyone says, like, you know, the Northeast isn't nice. We're not nice, but we are kind.
Yes.
Right?
I'll check back with you.
Whereas it seems like the Midwest and the South both, because I've experienced this in both places, are nice, but not kind as a default. Not to say that there aren't kind people, but there's a lot less assumption of help in some way. I don't know.
This is Dr. Gilbert Buford's answering service. How may I help you?
I need to talk to Dr. Buford. Could you maybe give me a number where I can reach him?
No, ma'am, I cannot. Is this an emergency?
Sort of. I mean, it's not a medical emergency. See, I'm only going to be in town for a short time, and Dr. Buford and I have this mutual friend who died recently, and I just really need to talk to him about it.
Need some consoling, huh?
Yes, I need some consoling. That's it exactly.
Well, tell you what. It's against the rules to give you his phone number, but I can tell you that now that he's all but retired, Dr. Buford spends most of his evenings at his favorite gumbo stand down in the French Quarter. If you really need to talk to him, you can probably find him there.
Great. Do you know the address?
It's at the corner of Rampart and Domain.
Did you say Rampart and Domain?
I did indeed. Granny Pumpkin's Cajun cooking. They make some darn fine gumbo.
Thank you. Thank you.
What a coincidence.
You're welcome, and I'm truly sorry about your loss.
What a coincidence. Hey, Bess.
A friend of yours and Dr. Buford's?
Oh, right. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Bye.
Okay, so I hit the call button before saying the kind of crux of the point I was trying to make. It kind of seems to me that in a lot of places in like the South and the West, in the Midwest, it's like if you are stuck on the side of the road with a flat tire, there will be a lot of people that will drive past and be like, oh, I'm so sorry for them, but they will drive past. Whereas up here in the Northeast, someone will pull over and they will help you change your tire, and they will swear at you the entire fucking time and tell you how much of a stupid fucking idiot you are for not knowing how to change a goddamn tire, and teach you while they're doing it, while swearing at you, and then go on their way. You know, like, not nice, but kind. No, you're fine, Dreamy. That's totally okay. We might go a little later today, too, because I don't have to go anywhere tomorrow morning. Well, I mean, I have to go to the gym, but I don't really have a time that I have to go to the gym, so...
Hello?
Hi, Bess. It's me.
So what's been happening? Tell me everything.
Well, let's see. Since the last time we talked, I was just about getting ready to...
Interesting stuff.
But the reason I called is, I need you to talk to this doctor named Gilbert Buford, who, as it turns out, likes to hang out at a gumbo stand called Granny Pumpkin's Cajun Cookin', which should be right across from our hotel.
You just want...
Yeah, I know. Exercising. It sucks.
Nothing nefarious? No black ops stuff?
He was Bruno Bolet's doctor, and apparently his best friend, too. I just need for you to see if he thinks there was anything weird about the way Bruno died.
What do you mean by weird?
I mean, I kind of think maybe Bruno was murdered.
Murdered? By whom?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Everyone's a suspect at this point.
Including this Gilbert Buford guy?
Well...
Great, I'm gonna be chatting up Jack the Ripper.
Oh, I'm sure the guy's fine, but be subtle, just in case.
Well, I can see the gumbo stand from our balcony. If he's the guy that's sitting down there, I guess he looks harmless. Okay, I'll go talk to him.
Thanks, Bess. Let me know what happens.
Cheerio.
Cheerio? Okay.
Why, hello, young lady. How kind of you to grace an old man with your lovely presence.
My name's Bess Marvin. I'm looking for Dr. Gilbert Buford.
Well, it's a pleasure to report that I am he.
Your answering service said I'd probably find you here.
This here is my favorite spot in the whole city. Delicious gumbo, pleasing view, particularly now, I might add.
That's a little creepy.
I'd like to ask you some questions about Bruno Bolet, if that's okay.
I'd prefer subject matter of a happier nature, but I do not want to seem inhospitable, so what is it you want to know?
Is it true that Dr. Bolet was your best friend?
Well, now, I was certainly his best friend, but I cannot honestly say that he was mine. The fact is,
Zing.
socializing with my fellow man, particularly with pretty young women such as...
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
It's a pleasure for me. Bruno was just the opposite. Unfortunately, the older he got, the more numerous his idiosyncrasies became, and the less concern about their negative effect upon others he became.
His idiosyncrasies didn't bother you?
Now, as a doctor of medicine, I am not only accustomed to dealing with the abnormal, but I find that I'm actually drawn to it. I, for one, thoroughly enjoyed Bruno's outlandish personality, although at the same time I fear it may have played a role in his demise. You see, He died of a myocardial infarction, most likely caused by age-related atherosclerosis.
Yeah, even I don't know what that is.
All too common for people who are socially isolated, and Bruno Bollet had most certainly become that.
Did they do an autopsy on Dr. Bollet?
No. Given Bruno's advanced age and the absence of any indication of foul play, an autopsy was deemed unnecessary, and the body was cremated according to Bruno's wishes.
Dr. Bollet's housekeeper says you just happened to walk in just as he was having his heart attack. Is that true?
Indeed it is. I hadn't seen him for a while, so I picked that day to pay him a visit. I walked up to the front door, found it unlocked as usual, opened it, and there he was, lying on the floor in obvious distress. The next thing I know, his housekeeper came running in and started shrieking and carrying on, until finally I sent her out of the room so she could summon an ambulance, and I could once again hear myself think. Then let's see. Then I knelt down and saw that he wasn't breathing. So I pulled him away from the doorway so I'd have more room to work on him, and began chest compressions. I continued until the medics arrived, but nothing they did made a difference either.
Was Dr. Bollet unconscious the whole time?
Yes, he was.
Can you remember anything that might indicate what he was doing by the front door?
Subtle, Bess.
Did he just come in from a walk? Was he wearing a hat? Was he holding anything? Had he dropped something? An umbrella? Sunglasses?
Wait a minute. Why, yes, he was holding something. A piece of paper. And on the floor next to him was an envelope. He must have collapsed while reading a letter.
Do you know what happened to it?
Now, I know the letter was no longer in Bruno's hand when the paramedics arrived, so perhaps he released the letter when I moved it. And yet, I do not recall seeing it on the floor when they wheeled him out the door. Iggy.
What's Iggy?
Iggy. Iggy is an iguana Bruno befriended, then turned loose in his home. It soon developed the annoying habit of stealing paper and stockpiling it in the vent system.
Pink Shadows 91, you're absolutely spoiling us all today. Thank you so much for another gift sub. Thank you so much.
Did you see Iggy while you were tending to Bruno that day?
No, but then I rarely ever saw Iggy. Moreover, it would not have been the first time a missing document ended up in Iggy's possession. Renee would periodically call me with one of Bruno's prescriptions and would
all right, yeah.
You know, I really should listen to those to see if that ends up... Can you hear the game at all when that's happening? Because I can't. Now that's probably my own damn fault. You can probably hear me when I speak over it though, based on what I have set for the... Yeah, I had a feeling. You can't hear it. Yeah, unfortunately, what ends up happening is it isn't a separate audio thing. It just plays on the computer itself, and so it considers the game audio and the audio of the sticker to be the same, and therefore I can't duck one out of the other. But you should be able to hear me because the microphone is a separate audio source, and I can actually apply a ducking filter to that, which I do. So even if the game gets too loud, you will always be able to hear me, is kind of the idea.
Did Dr. Bollet ever say anything to you about owning a crystal skull?
Why, yes. Yes, he did. In fact, he showed it to me once. Said it had magical powers. Said owning it was...
Magical powers. Whoa.
It was utter nonsense and told him so. Well, he didn't appreciate that at all. Refused to talk to me for a full 2 weeks.
What'd the skull look like?
It was quite beautiful, actually. Life-size. Perfect in form and clarity, like a diamond almost. Tell me, Miss Bess, what do you know about that crystal skull?
This friend of mine, who is...
Okay, here we go.
You know, Dr. Bollet's great-nephew, Anyway, while she was visiting Henry, she saw this book in Bruno's library about the legendary crystal skulls and was kind of intrigued and thought that since Henry said that you were pretty much Bruno's only friend, maybe Bruno had said something to you about it, and as it turns out, he had. That's all I know.
I see. Well, much as I'd like to believe that skull holds the key to immortality, I'm afraid Bruno's passing proves it's worthless. Although it would make an attractive paperweight, as I recall. Tell your friend not to give it another thought.
I mean, if it's made out of pure crystals, can't be worthless anyway, so.
It's possible that Renee caused Dr. Bolet's death by, say, hoarding the pills from those missing prescriptions and giving them to him all at once?
No. Had he died of an overdose of the medications I had prescribed, the manner of his death would have been quite different. But he died of a heart attack. Of that, I am certain. However, I know for a fact that Renee is deeply involved in the practice of hoodoo.
There we go.
She had ample opportunity to use it against my poor old friend.
You mean hoodoo really works?
Does it really work?
Never, ever underestimate the power of suggestion. If a person believes in something, even on a subconscious level, fantasy can easily...
Funny enough, we've already encountered this particular phenomenon in Curse of Blackmore Manor.
This brings good luck, that brings bad, day in and day out. Even if he said he didn't believe a word of it, who knows how much his subconscious was absorbing? He was very old and vulnerable. So could Renee have caused Bruno to have that fatal heart attack? There's not a doubt in my mind she could indeed.
I've bugged you enough.
It's been a pleasure, I assure you.
Alright, well, we're done with that, thank God. Okay. Bootleg Edward and Bootleg Ed Scissors Hands and Discount Morgan Freeman. Fucking true, though. God, it's fucking true.
Hello? Hi, Nance. Okay, here's what's been happening at my end.
And that's pretty much it.
Good work. I'll take it from here. Thanks again.
Good luck. Bye.
Yes?
I'll check back with you later.
Groovy.
Hello again.
I'll leave you to your potting.
Come see me anytime.
Okay. God, this room is so fucking depressing. Oh, oh. Huh. This does something. Oh, wow. A lot of people are playing this game right now because Amanda was just saying that she had just finished it the other day. So we're literally like right on top of each other, all three of us. That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah. What? Oh, I forgot about that. I completely forgot about the card that I picked up in the thing. I mean, I didn't like it when I first played it as well, so I'm trying to give it a fair shake, but not... Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so what is it? We've got T, B, F, M, LH A, I think. PU. U is umbrella, easy. F, I'm guessing, is fan. Put that there. Toothbrush. Lollipop. That's a monkey. That's a dog. Or a poodle. Hat. Banana. Hey! Nailed it. Ooh. Interesting. Eye of the Beholder. Explain. It is the easiest puzzle in the game. Like, wow. Ah. I don't know what I expected. I don't know what I expected. But okay. The Eye of the Beholder. Jesus. Hold on, why am I still... So how do I... Wait, how do I... Wait. Ah, because it's this one, not that one. Okay, right. I was like, why can't I get back up?
Come on, Summer, give me a break here. You never said anything about that. Well, how was I supposed to know? I mean, what am I, telepathic? No, come on, don't get upset. Look, I'll see what I can do, okay? What do you mean, something else? You gotta be kidding me, Summer. I don't have that kind of money. No, I meant, I don't have it now, but I will, soon, okay? Bye.
Bye.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Locked, naturally.
Naturally. Hold on. This is a... 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's an octagon.
It's locked.
It is indeed locked, Nancy. I am very good at drawing. Yeah, good job. So we have 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is here, 7 and 8. Okay. Somewhere, I'm assuming there's spiderweb-ish thing? No? Okay. So where's the spider web? Ah, there it is. Secret room. Oh. Okay. I did not get there. That's on me. I didn't see it because I didn't find it. Aha! That looks like a not good idea to touch. Don't touch that. Ring. Hey. Hey, there was a little keyhole over here that disappeared. So what would you do if the fountain had been full? Damn it. Okay, key. Key has been placed in the hole. I mean, soft pajamas are the best pajamas, so just saying. Oh, there's a creepy doll. Cool. We love creepy dolls. Always a fun time. Oh. Yo ho, yo ho.
This must be where I'm supposed to put all the glass eyes I've found. Let's see how we're doing.
Excellent. Ah, and they move too. Even better. It's not fucking creepy at all. Ah, skee ball. Swoop. Boop. Okay. Chickens. Chickens. Ah, shit. Oh, but then there's eyes? I'm assuming we actually have to get it all into eyes. Doesn't make much sense to have chickens in a thing all about eyes then, huh? Right? It's all about the eyes. Creepily. Constantly about the eyes. That's a good point. You make a good point. Chickens. Make a very good point. There's no reason Nancy can't just flip them. Like, or just pick up the balls and drop them out. Like, she's right there. There's no reason to... It's way too much work. Alright, now the hard ones. Woo! Scary. Where is it? Why didn't I get it? I made the chicken noise, but I don't have it in my inventory. Huh. I have to pick it up from the ball slot. I didn't. Ah. Boo. I have to do it again. Oh, yeah, that one wasn't gonna work. Okay, hold on, and we can fix it. Nailed it. All right, get a little more juice. Ah, shit. Hold on. Damn. Not enough juice. One more. We can do it. We can do it. Right in the middle. Wait, I'm confused. Okay. There has to be something that I'm truly missing in this moment. Easter eggs. Ah, you do have to do one more thing. Okay. It's a very involved Easter egg. This game does suck. You're completely correct. According to the guide that I'm reading at the moment, I need to change all these back to mouths. Because of course I do. Damn it. And in the middle? The middle? Is what you hit? Fuck you. That one was on me. Okay. One more. And nail it. We're good. Oh, and actually, this is almost a surefire way to make this work. Surefire way to make it fucking suck. Okay, this sucks. Wow, this sucks. Okay, no, I think you are correct. I have one other thing that I think might happen. I think you have to get the glass eye first. Damn it. Okay. Not where I wanted that to go, but you know what? That's okay. We'll make it work. One more. Come on, baby. Make it happen. Okay. Give me the fucking thing. Thank you. There it is. There it is. So fucking dumb. Well, we got it. Ah, right. Remember when we had the thing? So it's... It's fucking terrifying. Oh, good. There's more. The last denizen buried on my guard will start you a hunting through the graveyard. What's written on the headstone will lead you to another, and so on and so forth until tiny treasure you discover in the eye socket. I don't appreciate that particular... Oh, there's costume things. That's a puzzle later, I'm sure. Calendar, 2000 and something. Shiver Parlor House. Arg Chateau. Iridescent Pearl, West Bank.
May 31st? That's today.
Scuttled Bones, Rampart, and Domain. Oh. Baby John's, Beverly Knoll. Bilge Rats, Indian Beach. Kraken Parlor House. Black Spot, Rampart, and Domain. Basti, Beverly Knoll. Interesting. Short stories for tired eyes. Time will tell. A librarian's tale. History of Quincy T. Booker's teeth. Steps in the right direction. Key to the statues. Statues are key. Beautiful pirate, plentiful pirates and nautical nonsense. Oh, okay, we'll do these later. It's getting late, so I'm probably gonna have to call it soon. On this day, November 18th, 1952, Jolly Roger crew of New Orleans hereby invites Dr. Bruno Sinclair Belay. Join the talented rank. Speak of this to no one, save the man who's championing you and your will. Dr. Gilbert Buford. Oh, okay. Dr. Buford. Unusual good time was had by all your friend and fellow Jolly Roger Gilbert. Well, that explains the thingamabob. Nope.
Gotcha.
Stolen. Oh, that is the way out. We know that. I know, you would think that I did. You would think that I did write it. I know. I'm a shill for myself, after all. He just has a Renoir casually in his house. Oh. I'm good. I don't want to do this. Hold on. Ugh. Uncalled for, sir. I'm sure that's important. Ew. Nancy. Have some fucking self-respect. Ah, good. Another eyeball. I hate spiders. I truly do hate spiders. You are correct.
There must be another way out.
I try not to kill them anymore because, like, they're actually helpful and do good things with bugs that I hate more than spiders, but also I hate spiders. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the other book, which is in my hand. Okay. Okay, time will tell. Let's see, time will tell. Exactly midday, that's noon. To the class, what time will it be when it's 3 hours have passed? That's 3 p.m. Let's pretend that it's that time and move ahead 2 hours more. That's 5 p.m. And from there, let's say it's 9 hours before, so 8 a.m. If 6 hours before then, we'd made note of the time, which would be 2 a.m. What time would it be if we moved ahead 9? That's 11 a.m. Students wrote down all 6 numbers in all. They went back to their daydreams, things big and small. Part 2. Okay. There's 2 parts. At high noon, 12 p.m. Okay. The sheriff stepped into the street and addressed Badman Bart. 5 hours ago, I told you to leave town. That was 7 a.m. And you swore you'd be gone in 3. So 10 a.m. There's a reason why you're still here. I left right when I said I would, but just as I was riding out my horse through a shoe. I took him straight to the blacksmith, but he was real busy, said it would be 5 hours till he finished with my horse. So that would be then 3 p.m. Better tell him to get a move on the sheriff drawl, because 2 hours from now, if you're still here, you're gonna be real sorry, understand. No, wait. Yeah, no, that's right. 2 hours from now, though, which is 2 p.m. Bart understood he went back to the blacksmith and an hour later was on his way out of town. So, 1 p.m. I hope. I hope. That one's fuzzy. You're worried, a little worried about my announcement for the stream. Also, hi CJ, welcome back. Worried about my announcement for the stream using the word disappointing. Oh, well, okay. Anyway, I have opinions and thoughts. Midnight on a dark and stormy night, only 4 hours before that would be 8 p.m. Sorry, 8 p.m. See my dear friend Hollis, who informed me he was leaving for the court of the Star Chamber in a mere 2 hours. It's 10 p.m. and feared that he would never return. I realized that 6 hours after he was to enter the chamber, 4 a.m., I was to surrender myself to Count Blackburn. I had no way of knowing whether after the usual 5 hours of interrogation, okay, so 9 a.m., I would be able to keep my rendezvous with Lucretia 2 hours later. 11 a.m.? Would the Count let me leave, or would he imprison me forever? I was terrified. Okay. Librarian's Tale. Great keeper of books, as true am I. May a reader through me many a reader through me can spy on wondrous worlds that will never die. You could say it's magic, the librarian's eye. But to get such an eye, you must first take a look at the cards that keep track of every book. The title's the thing, addition's the hook that will let you remove the orb from its nook. Title's the thing, addition's the hook. Okay, let's see here. Primary teeth history. And then permanent teeth history. All right. Upper right second molar, which is... Wait, where does this start? I forget. I'm going to look up a different diagram for teeth here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's what I want. Make it bigger. Standard tooth numbering, baby. Okay. So, the first one is the... upper right second molar. Okay, which would be J. Okay. And then the next one is upper right central incisor and upper left central incisor. That would be F and E and 2 front teeth. Yikes. Lower left lateral incisor, which is lower left. That one is Q. Okay, just remember they go around like that. Okay. Adult teeth, though. Permanent. This one will be easier. They're numbers. Numbered. Instead of letters. Okay, lower right canine. Lower right canine. So that would be... the cuspid, number 22. Okay. Upper left first bicuspid. Which would be number 5. Okay. And then lower left canine. Lower left cuspid. Should be 27. And then lower left third molar. 32. Again, it goes in a clockwise direction. Okay, cool. It's a good thing that I have just enough dental knowledge to know that there's a better way to label this to make it easier to remember later. In a place where bones are buried, so is something too that you seek. Start where Charlie Wicker sleeps, tread lightly on ground that sinks and seeps. Charlie will give you directions, but count on my shovel to find the way. And in a place that monumental task awaits. Key to the statue. Statue is a key. Avian statues hide secrets bound. Mechanical feathers. As levers are pulled, solutions compound. Feather stands up, another falls down. You won't need to peek if you listen to sound. Inside this drawing, a solution is found. Master of buzzards drops key to the ground. Pines stealthy, stalking them, famished and anxious, out hunting anchors. String pirates, plenty of weeks worth of looting left their stars empty. Down to the port, we'll plunder some dinner. And these pirates could enter. This vessel was bogged down by booty. They would drop off the treasure. Way they'd be scooting. What are we getting at? There's more to it, and we can't figure it out. All right. $12. Let me turn it right to 3. Do 5. And then back to 8 a.m. Forward. Wait. Back further to 2 p.m. 2 a.m. Sorry. And then forward to 11. Hey, there's one of 3. Cool. Stop moving. Thank you. Okay. 12 goes back. Oh, wait. 12. Sorry. 12. Back to 7. Forward to 10. Forward to 3. Back to 2. Back to 1. Nailed it again. I don't suck at this, actually. Did this man actually wear these eyes? Because I feel like his patients probably complained. Okay, we start at 12 a.m. and we go back to 8 p.m. Forward to 10. Forward to 4. Then forward to 9. And 11. Cool. Nailed it. Okay, what looked conspicuously like teeth? Oh, maybe the thing with the teeth. All right. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, J. A, B, C, D, E, F. Then E. E, F, G. Is it J? It's G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. And then F, E, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. That should be that one. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that was 8. That's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and then 32. Did I mess up? It's J, then F, E, and then Q, which is here. Okay. Then 22. This is 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Five. 7, 32. Something's not right. Something's not right. Did I miss one? What? What? That doesn't make any sense. What? The fuck? That's not how teeth are supposed to work. I was right, the game is wrong. Sorry. Just saying it. I was right, the game is wrong. Okay. Okay. Open, thank you. No, that didn't help me. So close. But that was not it. How do I put that down? You need to go down. Just climb up there and just move it. It's not it. That was not it. It's not moving anything anymore. Okay, that moved one of them out further. Good, fine. Yeah, there we go. I got something. Okay. That was wrong. This should do it. Or not? Guess I do have to make them come out a teeny bit, huh? Oh, that was wrong. That was also oh. Or that was correct. Huh. Not sure what that was. Or maybe, hold on, wait. One of these things? Ah, there's one eyeball. This man hid his eyeballs. Eccentric is not the correct word for this. Yeah, stand on the X and let something fall on you. That's not a problem, is it? I got some more eyes. Okay. Then there's the scavenger hunt. Last one that he did. Okay. Amy Tasselman. October 31st, 1975 in Terra Siesta. Okay, yeah. Amy Tasselman in Terra Siesta. Where is Terra Siesta? All the way up there. Okay. Straight right. Upper right. Straight right, upper right. Okay. Yeah, I probably should be heading to bed soon myself, but I want to start this little thing at least to give me an idea of where I'm going, and we'll be good from there, I think. Straight to the right, to the upper right, get to Terra Siesta, and we are looking for Terry Tasselman. Let me look for Terry Tasselman. Am I doing this right?
This name doesn't fit the clue. This name doesn't fit the clue. That looks like the right name.
Close enough. So now if I go back, there we go. Okay. We didn't sleep without a peep, so when she died, we buried her deep. We didn't sleep without a peep, so when she died, we buried her deep. So when she died, we buried her deep. I didn't sleep without a peep. When she died, we buried her deep. So someone who is loud. Ukulele. Makes noise. Let's try it. Let's try it. I forgot how to spell La-lel. Okay.
That doesn't make sense.
Did I spell it wrong? La-lel. Okay.
This name doesn't fit the clue.
Okay. No, nope. Lots of Smiths. If I don't find it soon, I'm gonna call it. And then after I find it, I'm calling it. Tired. It's time for bed. Constant snoring.
That's gotta be it.
Constant snoring. who is in Crowing Crypts, ironically. Go ahead and just hit the save button. Oof. Okay. Okay, Google. Change the lights in Patrick's office to warm white. There we go. And I don't have my bigger light on up there, so this will have to do. But anyway, that's our stream for the night. Oof, I'm tired. How's everyone doing? A little check-in. Everyone ready to go? Ready for bed? I'm ready for bed. But that is it for today, and that is it for the week. Thank you all for joining. We will be picking up again with more Legend of Crystal Skull on Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. So I'm very excited about that. This is definitely a game. It's a game. It's playing. We're playing it. Things are happening in this game. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say there. We'll get there. Until then, though, we just have to keep putting along and seeing if we can solve all these puzzles that seemingly have nothing to do with the plot. Although we know what the plot is, but, you know, it's not very well laid out, I guess is what we'll say. Anywho, with that being said, it's time for the spiel. I want to start by thanking all my subscribers. Thank you so much for the support that you are able to give the channel. It means a whole lot to me as I'm going through this whole process. So thank you so much for the support you're able to give. If you can subscribe, you can hit that button down below. It would be very much great for me. If you are an Amazon Prime subscriber and you have not used your free Twitch subscription, you can actually use it anywhere for any channel on Twitch, and I would be delighted if I were the choice that you decided to pick. So if so, thank you. Give me some of Mr. Bezos' money. I also want to thank my followers. Thank you so much for the support that you're able to give the channel as well. If you hit that follow button down below, you'll get a notification when I go live. If you want notifications ahead of time, though, the best place is to follow me at BOSTrophyWife on Instagram, at BOSTrophyWife on Twitter, or at BostonTrophyWife.bsky.social, which I haven't put up on the screen yet or down below yet, I admit. But I also recognize that not everyone's on Blue Sky quite yet. I don't know if Blue Sky is going to become the new Twitter, but it certainly seems better than Twitter in some ways. It needs some work. The app itself needs work. I'm getting no notifications, for instance, which is cool. You know, Android just doesn't get any notifications. But I think it shows promise, so I'm on it anyway. The most up-to-date announcements and everything, however, is going to be over here on the Discord. I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the chat. If you go ahead and click that button, you will be given a link to my Discord channel. It's a nice, fun little community where we just give a lot of support to each other, talk about games that we played, talk about games we're going to play. I posted some what are they called? I posted some cocktail recipes earlier today that someone actually asked me for. Cobalt actually asked me to send over some cocktail recipes I recommended, so I wrote them out in the Discord, partially to then copy and paste them over into DMs, but also because I figured someone else might want them. So, but it's definitely a fun little community, and like I said, we talk about games that we're going to play as well, so I do have polls that I do ask for input, any kind of suggestions that you have for games that you'd like to see on the channel. If you want to have any kind of say in what the channel does and what I play here on it for you, that is the best place to do it. So obviously we're in the middle of a big Nancy Drew run right now, but when that is over, I will be moving on and finding something else to play, certainly. So definitely check that out if you are so inclined. I do also have a YouTube channel. All the way over there on the far side is BOSTrophyWife on YouTube. That is my entire stream archive going back to the beginning of my streaming career when I started with Nancy Drew, and a playthrough of every single one from number 1 all the way through the new Midnight in Salem at the time. So we're doing that again, basically just with better production value and ranking them this time. So I'm actually ranking the games and the soundtracks as we go, game by game. So far we've had track record of really bad games lately. The last 2 games I actually rated as F tier, so they are trash, full trash. Anyway, that is our stream for the night. Oh, right. I do have a GoFundMe right now that I'm running. So the link is right there in the chat. I am going to be getting surgery done in October, and so that's just a little GoFundMe to try and help me cover some of the costs of that. It is down in Washington, D.C., so it's going to be a little bit of travel. I'm looking into how to support my care team and make sure that I've got people around me that can help me with the immediate recuperation before I come back up here to Boston. And yeah, and there's also just American healthcare system and having to pay for, you know, the deductible. Stupid concept, but here we are with it. Anyway, if you're able to give, that means a whole lot. Thank you so very much. If you aren't and you're able to just share it around to other social media platforms or something like that, that would also mean a whole lot to me as well. So thank you to everyone who is able to share or is able to contribute. Thank you very much. Now that is the end of our stream for reals. I am done. I am tired. Thank you all for staying put with me this whole time. I know we went an extra hour. That was really good. I want to make sure that we actually get this one done in 2 streams for once. So thank you all again for joining me. I will see you all again next week on Tuesday for more Legend of Crystal Skull at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, have a great night and have a great weekend. I will see you all soon. Bye-bye. Mwah.